Real Madrid stands at a tactical crossroads. Toni Kroos, the calm metronome who made the impossible look simple, stepped away from the game and left a void that no single substitution can neatly fill. That departure forced a choice on Xabi Alonso the moment he walked into the job: rebuild around a new identity or find a replacement who can stabilise the midfield and let Madrid's thunderbolts up front do their damage with surgical passes. Kroos' retirement was public and definitive, and that absence is now a clear constraint on Alonso's plans. What makes this season feel urgent is that Alonso has not been passive about the gap. He has told the board the team needs a playmaker with the kind of positional intelligence and passing range Kroos provides, and that directive has turned Madrid's summer and winter scouting into a targeted hunt rather than a generic shopping list. Enter the name that sparks headlines: a young English midfielder who, despite his age, has already drawn comparisons for his composure and range of passing. European outlets now list him among the midfielders Madrid has been monitoring as Alonso builds a shortlist to shore up the spine of his team. It's the kind of transfer that whispers both immediate need and long-term planning, because Alonso wants someone who can control tempo but also adapt to an increasingly fast front line. Reports suggest Madrid's scouting is weighing candidates who combine leadership, early maturity and creative vision, the profile Kroos once epitomised. That conversation about a new Kroos matters because Madrid's forwards, blistering in transition and lethal in one-on-one moments, need a partner who can pick the right pass at the right time. When you insert a deep-lying playmaker into that system, you change how space opens for wingers and attackers. You alter pressing triggers and how the team rebuilds after losing the ball. A true Kroos type does more than distribute. He calms, organises and accelerates. If Alonso finds that player, Madrid's attack doesn't just get better on instinct, it becomes more predictable in the best sense, reliably devastating. At the same time, Real Madrid's front end is not standing still. The club has invested in youthful dynamism, bringing in a teenage Argentine who's already making fans sit up and remember that Madrid never quite stops reshaping itself. That arrival is not just a feel-good story. The new signing brings another creative option into a crowded but extraordinarily talented squad, and his integration could affect minutes, morale and transfer priorities. The young Argentine signing was announced by the club and underlines Madrid's simultaneous pursuit of instant impact and future value. So what does this mean for established names and squad dynamics? Competition will be fierce. Players who once assumed a baseline role may find themselves reprioritized as Alonso tests combinations that balance experience and youth. That creates headlines about owners and losers, but the reality is more subtle. The club wants a midfield that can handle both domestic grind and Champions League heat, and that demands tactical versatility. Alonso's message is clear: bring me intelligence, passing range, and the temperament to control big games. The transfer market will test Madrid's finances and negotiating skill, because valuations for young, elite midfielders continue to climb and rivals are watching. Realistically, this is not overnight alchemy. Bringing in a Kroos-style operator, if such a thing can exist twice in a generation, means paying a premium, convincing a player to join while promising minutes, and integrating that player into a side that is already chasing trophies. But the urgency is real. Alonso wants stability now, and he knows how much a single midfielder can tilt a season. Over the next weeks and months, the story will evolve. Will Madrid sign a ready-made metronome? Will they bet on a prodigy to grow into the role, or will they rewire the team's tactics so that creativity is distributed across the pitch? Whatever happens, the decision will define Alonso's first transfer fingerprint at the club and shape how Real Madrid looks on its best nights for years to come.